This is Sai Fanindra from SQL School, and over 15 years of technical expertise completely on Microsoft data platform and business analytics. I assure you, complete practical oriented training, no second thought about it, completely into practice oriented classes. And this particular Power BI sessions planned for about 1 month. So planned for about 1 month, and we have got a specific day-wise roster, day-wise schedule to understand the details about Power BI right from the introduction to report design. It's all about report design from the basic examples with wide variety of data sources, with something called interactions, syncs and groups and bins, etc. Good amount of concepts every day we need to come across. So on-time practice is very much required, mandatory throughout the course. And first 6 chapters, first 6 classes, first 6 chapters would be, first 6 days would be about visualizations. I mean, it's all into report design, how to present the data, how to give some color to your data and attract the customer eyes. And then from 7th chapter, the things become more interesting and becomes more useful for our job desk, Power Query. And there are 3 important chapters for Power Query. 7, 8, 9 chapters are more into ETL, we call. We extract the data and we transform the data in Power Query and give it back to Power BI for reporting activities. Then comes the concept of DAX. 10, 11, 12 chapters are all into DAX activities. DAX is again for dynamic data reporting activities, dynamic reporting, computations, calculations. For example, sometimes we see star ratings, right? 5-star rating, 3-star, 4-star rating, etc. Those symbolic calculations and semantics can be performed by using DAX. Something like this. For example, we have multiple types of DAX functions, and examples would be looking something like this. A star rating DAX. But don't worry about the code. Nice user interface waiting for us to get the star rating kind of thing. From user interface, we can easily generate the code. It's all into reporting. And 95% user interface, 5% coding activities. Chapters 1 to 6 about visualizations. 7 to 12 are into ETL, we call extract, transform, load. And number 13 till 17, it's all about cloud and server for remote hosting activities. So in our course, we need to work with 6 different tools. In addition to Excel, in addition to that, we need to have total of 6 different installations. Each of these tools serving its own purpose, either for designing the report or deploying the report, making your report live, or it can be for data sync, we call, synchronizing the data. Yes, the lab plan for our Power BI course, we are into box number 6, core box number 6, now course curriculum, and this particular box, Power BI completely into reporting activities. It includes the concepts like this. So first 6 chapters are into report design. Next 6 chapters are into Power Query and DAX. And the next level, 5 chapters are into Power Query and Reports, Power BI Cloud Service and Report Server. The final chapter as per our curriculum, the 18th chapter, is about the project work for our resume. That on average takes about 1 week. For any participant, generally it takes 1 week to work on it and get me the solution. At least 20% of the solution is expected from the participant end. 100% solution with the complete explanation, and the project FAQs, like what could be the possible interview questions, is a part of the course from the project perspective. So in addition to our day-wise mock tests throughout the course on email, it's on through email based, and the session notes of the actual classes, you'll be receiving the session notes as usual. For example, chapter number 3, 2 topics, visual interactions and something called slicer and visual sync. For each concept, there would be mock tests, something like this. So questions, you'll try them. Questions outside the notes, answers inside the notes, you'll try them. After you practice them thoroughly, then get back to me with your answers. I'll provide you my answers. In addition to that, we got the project work. Phase by phase. First phase, you will start after first 6 chapters. I repeat again, as per our website, the course curriculum, either you go for live online training mode or video mode, either of them, chapters 1 to 6, design, then you will start the project. In parallel, the course continues with ETL activities from chapter number 7, cloud and admin activities, part 3 from chapter 13. Sessions would be completely into practice based, and the prerequisites. Coming to the prerequisites, yes, we need to have some basic knowledge on SQL. SQL or TSQL basics should be fine. So here it is. It includes like different SQL basics, joins, constraints, basics of procedures and parameters, because in Power Query and DAX, in Power BI, we need to work on parameters as well. Joins with triggers, transactions, group bys. And more importantly, for data modeling, we need to have some basic knowledge on relationships. So keeping them in mind, SQL basics, please revise them, and we can have happy learning in our Power BI course, a vast course. So 3 different plans. Either you go for core Power BI or SQL plus Power BI or SQL, Power BI, MS BI together. What's the difference between these two? We'll go there in next 2 to 3 minutes. So this session notes includes, you would be provided with the session notes. It includes all the complete roster, the concepts, and the curriculum, like chapter wise course curriculum to be more specific. And I was telling multiple installations required, right? Here it is. In your computer, you would be installing box 1 to 6 and 9. 8 is cloud. And gateway, either your computer or a remote computer within your network, anything is fine. 7 can be anywhere within your computer or any other computer connected to your computer. 1 to 6 and 9 in your computer. We require them to understand and enjoy the complete, the vast benefit and the colors, various colors of Power BI. With this information, either live or on-demand video or in-house classroom, either of them, the same curriculum, the same schedule, and the same level of mock test and the project work. Now let's understand what is this Power BI and what is MSBI and how they are related with each other. Let's get started from the scratch with what exactly Power BI is. Well, here we go. Let's get started now with what is Power BI. What is reporting? Yes, a mechanism to access and present any type of data to end users, no limit. A mechanism to access and present any type of data to end users, no limit at all. Power BI is a set of tools to perform the end-to-end reporting operations like data extraction, data modeling like shaping up the data, reshaping the data, decorating the data, and finally add colors to it, report. So here modeling means to reshape, format like union, sorting, join, merging, or changing the data type, etc., including pivot, unpivot, etc. So it's all about changes to the data that can be done in Power BI. Then proceed for reporting activities. So now, how Power BI is different from MSBI? MSBI to design databases and design reports. We design databases and design reports. Whereas, if you go for Power BI, it's completely into reports. Microsoft Business Intelligence, MSBI. We design databases plus perform reporting. Power BI is completely into reporting activities. We also have something called as Azure BI. Here you go. This again, the Azure BI, it includes design of databases, about 70%, and working with big data clusters and big data operations, everything in Azure, about 20%, and then reports, everything Azure based. To put it in a proper order, it comes like this. And the gap, we have Azure Data Engineer. Here we go. Used to design and host, monitor databases, or simply say big data operations, plus perform ETL activities, everything in Azure. So there we come across something called Synapse, means data warehouse, Azure SQL operations, and we have Cosmos and other activities on my screen. As per the Azure business intelligence, Azure BI, our Power BI comes here as a layer of cream on top of an existing cake. I mean it. It's all about reporting activities, the Power BI. Now, then what about the backend? Analysis, Synapse, Cosmos, Databricks, Data Lake, Data Factory, different technologies for big data storage as well as ETL operations. Now, what are these new technical terms again? Data Factory, Data Lake, Databricks, Cosmos, Synapse, all these are a part of Azure Data Engineer. Here it is. The Cosmos, SQL database, Synapse, Data Lake, Data Factory, everything. So these Azure Data Engineer technologies paired with MSBI technologies in Azure called Azure Analysis Services and Azure integration called Azure SSIS we call it, with Poly-based data modeling activities put together is equal to Azure BI. I mean on my screen now. So Azure BI includes the backend activities on 5, 8, 7 and the front end activities 9 and 6. Here we go. Power BI can be implemented locally in our computer or our company's data center with multiple tools. That is number 6. Now we can shift the entire Power BI to Azure. Power BI, a great technology, a reporting environment, adding colors to your data. It can be shifted to Azure environment as it is, just like this. For example, assume you have a Google Sheet with you, or you have an Excel file with you right now. You upload it to Google Drive, right? You are uploading the Excel file to Google Drive. You can operate in Google Drive next. Need not worry about the physical location of the Excel file now, not required. You can access the Excel from anywhere now, secured. Same concept here, Power BI embedded, meaning you are embedding Power BI, all its components, the complete implementation, the entire box into one big border called Azure. As simple as that. So the entire box can be taken into the Azure, something like this. So this is called as, this is taken as the Power BI embedded, the entire box taken to Azure environment. For example, something like this. You go to Azure, and there you see something called Power BI embedded. So Power BI has its own cloud, and Power BI can be embedded inside Microsoft Azure cloud. That will be our next level activities. Both are entirely different. So back to my screen. We are into box number 6, Core Power BI. It can integrate with MSBI to the left, Azure Data Engineer technologies I was showing you earlier from Microsoft website few minutes back. Those technologies on the right. And this is the next level journey point for end-to-end implementation we are talking about. Back to my screen. Let's continue our learning. So here we go. MSBI plus Azure Data Engineer plus Power BI is equal to Azure BI, as simple as that. With this information, our course is into this particular environment, core Power BI components. Let's continue. Now, what we actually do at our job desk? Yes, it's not just about reports. No, not only about reports. Well, reports are always a basic ingredient and the daily routine activity we need to do. But apart from that, apart from report design, we need to define something called as data set, the ingredient for the actual recipe. Data set is the reshaped source data, the reshaped source data required for the purpose of end user reporting. Yes, end users can generate their own reports. We call it self-service BI. That's the main advantage of Power BI. A cheaper yet very powerful component for reporting activities. And end users can generate their own reports. And from where? I go to a star hotel, assume, or let's go together. Why not you? Why only me? Well, let's assume we all go to have a party after our course. Assume a virtual party, an online party, a new trend. Now, well, here we go. We see some, say, let's go for a buffet. We see some veggies and some sandwich, some cheese, some butter, some other items, etc., etc., etc. And I'll take a bread, put some jam on it. Let me complete my example. Put some jam on it, put some cherries on it, again another bread size, and then give it to my son. And he enjoys it. He said, Papa, excellent, I want one more. Again, I go back to the counter, and this time I'll add a small pinch of olive oil over there and put some boiled egg slices in between the bread, basically non-veg, right? I mean, those ingredients are the data sets, and the recipe we are taking out of it is the actual report, and the serving area is the cloud. This is the one I'm talking about, friends. Power BI cloud is our actual restaurant area, the seating area, the seating area. The kitchen area would be the Power Query, from where we actually manufacture these data sets. The salt and pepper we put on top of the plates is DAX, the outward appearance. I repeat once again, friends. I understand some new terms coming up slowly. I repeat again. Reports are the actual recipe, right? The ingredients prepared in our kitchen called Power Query, the ingredients are the data set. The service area is the cloud, say restaurant, say cloud like takeaway, or in restaurant, say a la carte or buffet, whatever. In the restaurant, say server, something like that. We can mix multiple ingredients together to form a khichdi the next day. Dashboard. I mean it, friends. Well, here we go. Dashboards are a colorful mix of multiple reports, and the ingredients used for the reports called data sets. Put together, we can. And generate micro websites for the end users called apps. So here comes self-service BI, meaning end users can cook their own reports. They can get their own reports out of existing ingredients or the items. It's our duty to make sure the data sets are carefully designed and uploaded to the cloud to suit customer requirements. That is our main approach, the main entity. So our project work, phase 1 would be into reports, phase 2 would be into data sets, and phase 3 is into dashboards and apps. That's how we design it very carefully. Now, you got some idea. Power BI is a reporting environment, but left to it, MSBI. Right to it is your data engineer components. I mean, our data source providers can be MSBI developers or Azure data engineers. From there we get the data sources. And we need to create something called data sets and post it to cloud. Please by heart these components, because for example in one of our classes, in one of our next classes, chapter number 6, we'll talk about Azure data engineer components integrations. In chapter number 6, title in your notes called big data access. You'll be given access to the Azure data sources, and we need to understand how to pull the data into Azure, into Power BI. And you would be given access to few data warehouses manufactured by MSBI developers. We need to understand how to generate the report from there. Depending on the type of data source, the challenges, precautions, considerations vary a lot. I repeat, depending on the type of data source, we need to think an extra mile in getting the correct shape of our existing data or the data sets required for reporting. With this information, we understood now what is reporting, what is Power BI, and how Power BI different from MSBI and Azure BI. Common question we generally see during the inquiry time, hence I am putting the things in this way. Well, so Power BI is not isolated, okay? It is just a cream on top of a cake. There are different types of cake. A hard cake, MSBI, or a cool cake, Azure BI, and the common cream is Power BI. As simple as that. Right? And next, job roles. This is all about reports and data sets that we need to practice. And what about the licensing of Power BI? Free 60 days. And the account details to be provided in the very next class once we start our examples. Very next class. Once we start examples, we need to get this account. So, free account. Generally, personal email addresses will not work for license, free license. So, we shall provide you our SQL School account valid for next 60 days. And Pro, wherein you will be having about 10 gig space to store your reports and data sets, 10 GB space to store reports and data sets. In cloud, costs about $10 per user per month. Our Power BI Premium, 14,000 INR, and per organization account. Our Power BI Reports Hour, which is absolutely free. If your company has SQL Server 2017 or 19 license. Yes, without SQL Server, we cannot configure Power BI Report Server. Why? Power BI Report Server requires few specific databases, and for that SQL Server backend database management system is required. That's another greatness of Power BI now. Its report server is free if you have SQL Server with you in your company or within your computer. With this information, what we do in Power BI again? Reporting. What kind of reports? Yes, reports on top of files, databases, Azure data sources, all these from our Azure Data Engineer course. We call this as Azure Synapse. They recently rebranded, called Azure Synapse, we call a data warehouse. And we have Azure Analysis Server and other activities. Next, what kind of report shapes we have? For example, let's take a report. Let's go to my Power BI Cloud account to see a small basic report, how it actually looks like. A small table report here. A small table report. Now customer says, no, I don't want table. I want something else. I said self-service BI. So customers can be given access to this report and they can decide the shape of their own report. Add colors to it and something like this, and get into drill down or drill through environments. Here we go, friends. Next, we have QR codes, wherein customers can get the access to the mobile or Excel, integrate with our local Excel environment and share it over WhatsApp or Facebook or through any other portals. Direct share it to the Microsoft Teams is a new component, new inclusion in the recent past. With this information, so we understood different types of data sources, the key ingredients from where we can get our actual recipe, and the names of the recipe, different shapes of reports. We have bar charts, tables, and maps, gaze, funnel, and we also have nice integration with R and Python, part of our course. If in case you are looking for something into data science, then R, Python integration in Power BI, part of this particular course. They are more into machine learning. With this information, we have the last final stuff before we start the practice in the next class. The last final stuff. There are 4 different types of Power BI reports. Let me scroll down to show you. 4 different types. Interactive reports. Reports are generated by you and me. End users can edit the reports. They can modify a table to a tree map or table to a matrix. Paginated. Reports are generated by developers, cannot be modified by end users, not required sometimes. For example, my monthly mobile bill, they send it on email and I get it. I'll check for the bill, I pay for it to enjoy my service or to continue my service. Analytical reports. Reports generated using Excel and something called DAX, Data Analysis Expression Language, part of our course. And mobile reports, part of our course for generating for mobiles, tablets, and smart clocks. So 4 different types of reports. And depending on the type of reports, we have different tools involved. Interactive reports, number 1, 2 tools. One for cloud, one for server. Paginated report, 2 tools that we need to install and learn in our course. One for cloud, one for server. Mobile reports, mobile report publisher tool. Analytical reports, Excel analyzer. So 4 different report types and 6 different tools. Mostly we go with interactive reports in real world. Good to know about the remaining and stuff them into our resumes. And apart from this, yes, we have the complete plan, the snapshot. Module 1, visualizations. Module 2, Power Query DAX for data shaping activities to create data set. Module 3 is into Power BI Cloud and Power BI Server. And you require Windows 7 or higher operating system with 4 gig RAM. The requirement to get started with our course. And the training plan, these are the different types of reports we are talking about. Please have a look at them now. So we understood what is Power BI, how Power BI different from MSBI. MSBI is more into design of databases. Power BI is more into reports, completely into reports. And what we do at our job, we design the reports or we design something called data set, which in turn used by the customers to generate their own reports, self-service BI. And we have different tools to serve different types of reports throughout our course. Well, with this information, understanding like what exactly Power BI is, from the next class, we'll slowly start understanding how to work with it, how to get involved into the actual report design step by step as per our chapter wise course curriculum. With this information, we'll stop for today. I assure you complete practical training approach throughout our all classes, and make sure we practice on time during the lectures so that we can have a nice subject. And I want you to thank us from your job desk. Complete material and certification guidance, the DA 100 or Data Analyst 100 Microsoft examination content and the guidance part of this course, in addition to the real-time project work. Please do reach us for doubts and clarifications. Glad to assist you further for your happy learning. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Thank you once again. See you very soon. Thank you.